Welcome to our All Together Passage series, a daily vlog taking you with us on our maiden voyage from France to Miami. We're on leg one to the Canaries. Let's do this. Whoop whoop! It's the big day. We're leaving, and there's no wind.
Well, right now. But yeah, it's definitely a window to leave. You have to pick what you get. I mean, that's the bottom line, especially in the winter in the Med. And so we'll be able to sail for the next couple days. After that, the high pressure is kind of moving in towards the Med, so Gibraltar area. So that's going to be very light air. So most likely motoring unless things change, which happens all the time here. But right now, that's what it looks like. So in any case, we have some sailing to do, and as we get closer we can go on standby and see what happens. But later in the week the wind is against us, so it could be that we have to motor through all the way to Gibraltar and catch some wind and go sailing again, or we might sit tight for a while, which, you know, I don't know, at this point we need to get down south in warm weather and warm water. You have a beanie on.
I do have a beanie on because I'm cold. Since we've been in France, my blood has thinned, I think, a little bit. So while he's doing that, I'm just gonna kind of show everybody how awesome the boat looks, ready to go. We have some junk here, but we've been able to sort of put everything back together after the navage. The cork's all installed and that all looks good. And we've done all of the provisioning. So we have our fridge and freezer is full. I have these 2 storage bins for food here. That's our Starlink cable. And then I actually haven't been able to fill all of the cupboards. You can see this cupboard is still quite a bit empty, because what I've done is I've turned this closet into a food pantry, which has all of the boxes here for everything. And then I have a secret compartment here with all of the snacks and goodies. But I didn't tell Stephane that this existed, so I think he thinks there's no sweets on the boat.
Back and forth.
And it's Jean-Marc!
Hi! On camera
he
for
showed
the
up
first second. Yes.
With one bag. And then, Stephane, what's in the other bag?
Oh, this bag?
Yeah.
It's a souvenir from La Grande Motte.
Oh, don't say that on camera. Will we get in trouble?
Oh, no.
By the authorities? No. What is it?
It's sand.
2 bags of sand.
Why? What? Nobody wants to say the word.
No, okay. Let's not say it. Let's not say it. Okay. What have you got there?
Well, we got a chouquette. Those are really good.
Yeah.
That's vegan.
Yeah, everything's vegan.
Yeah.
Any last words of wisdom, Matthew?
Finger crossed. And,
for what? The crew or the boat?
I wish you the best for the gods of electricity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're alternators.
No, we're good. We're good. We got some baguette. We got some. Say that again. Fougasse. Local specialty.
That looks good.
And well, so at least we have food.
Nobody's starving to death.
No.
Okay.
And then
now coffee.
For a couple of days at least.
Yeah. Here we go. Casting off.
Casting off.
Goodbye, La Grande Motte. Bye, Franny. Where are we going?
We're gonna go get fuel.
It's not very fun.
So we've got the code 65 up. It's rainy and drizzly, I would say, and overcast. And yeah, we're going about 5 knots, not too fast, but just glad to get a start without a ton of wind and crazy waves. It's actually pretty mellow. The only thing we have on is the electronics and the fridge and the freezer. And we're consuming about 6, 7 amps. We don't have the Watt and See on. We're going to see how the cloud cover goes and take it from there.
The rain is gone, yeah. The wind is gone, and we're expecting the wind, like probably around that time, to shift right and to veer, and it's doing the exact opposite. It's backing. So here's the weather forecast that we're expecting, and the reality is totally different. So what we'll do is we'll probably connect Starlink in a little bit, get the latest weather forecast, do another routing. But we had a plan. The plan has changed for the moment, at least. The other plan that has changed was this morning we were going to, as we leave or sleep, we were going to go to the fuel dock, and the fuel dock was closed.
Intermission. We had a long discussion about how much fuel to put in, because we also don't want to be like get ourselves to the Canary Islands with a full tank and then find ourselves dragging fuel across the Atlantic when maybe we don't need it. So that's another thing.
So the outcome, we went from Jean-Marc with more in the mode of solo skipper delivery, be there by a certain time, saying, hey, in the med, always leave with a full tank. And then we're like, we don't want to find ourselves in a bad position later, and we want to enjoy a lighter boat. So we compromised and took 50%. So we'll see. I mean, the forecast shows that we will have to motor to maybe get out of Gibraltar. But again, the forecast can change. So yeah, the fuel dock ended up being closed, even though it says 24/7. Apparently they're closed for a week and the machine was not working. Luckily, Jean-Marc tested this before coming on board, so it saves us a trip to move the boat to the fuel dock and finding out it was not working. So we went to the next marina in Port Camargue. Luckily it's pretty close to La Grande Motte, and we added some fuel over there. So the moral of the story, you have a plan until you don't have a plan, and that's kind of cruising life, I guess. But we have sun. I feel the wind picking up a little bit, and I feel maybe shifting right a little bit. So we're going to cross our fingers. The goal will be shift right, a little bit more wind from behind, get the A2 over there, up, and do some downwind sailing. By now we're using our code 65 as a big Genoa, which is amazing, because if we had just a Genoa, we would not be moving, we'll probably lose a knot or two. So this big sail is get us moving in light air, so I'm pretty happy about that. Tip number 2 from our skipper Jean-Marc. I do my knots.
Wait, what was tip number 1?
Tip number 1 was about the flags.
Oh, we had them on the wrong side.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting because who knows, maybe it varies, but he's pretty adamant that the communication flags should be on the port side, and the whatever fan flags, whatever you want to fly, should be on starboard side. So tip number 2, I do my loops here like pretty tight because I'm always concerned that it catches somewhere. But his advice is basically do a big loop, as big as this. And he says it doesn't catch anywhere, at least it hasn't happened to him. And the nice thing about it, if you need to grab, to undo the knot or something, then it's a little closer to you. And so that was his advice. So So I guess this is what I do. This is what Jean-Marc recommends. So you have a big loop, easier to undo. So we'll try this on the other one.
What's going on with the tent?
Tent, well, the rain and the wind was coming with much more wind earlier and rain. So we enclosed that area, tilted the wheel. It's on autopilot. If we need to take the control, back row, go back to standby mode. And but now the rain stopped. So we'll see. We might roll the tents. You're doing a great job. Being squeezed and squeezed.
This is the MED. It stands for Motor Every Day. That's what we're doing. Ready to go for tonight. And pretty flat water. Anything for Wi-Fi?
It's slippery. The legs don't have anything to not slide, so a little shot cord. Let's see. The sea state is good enough, so.
What do you think, Jean-Marc?
I think it's a good idea. I just think that the circulation of the cord is not that good. That could have been simpler.
Yeah. Because we also have that dish. But it doesn't work.